What is going on, everybody? Back on it, last episode of the week, One Piece 658. I really hope Rebecca's fight ends here. Maybe that's high hopes. If we can get done with that, I would like to get Luffy in contact with Zoro, or maybe get a good back and forth exchange or lore dump between Law and Doflamingo. We haven't caught up with the fairy tiny people group in a while. I have a feeling there's not really going to be able to be much with that storyline until Doflamingo is like back in his castle or separated, because I don't see them rolling. I mean, they could, I guess, if Law is like really at the brink and about to die, and then they just pop up, but I don't think they know where that's happening at the moment, and they're planning to make an assault on like the castle or whatever it is. Regardless, I'd like all three of those to happen this episode. That's asking a lot. So if we could get one of those three, Rebecca's fight ending, Bartholomew bringing Luffy to Zoro, and just more of the Doflamingo Law fight, I'll take either of those three to end off the week. Aside from that, that's pretty much where we're at. Nothing else has really changed. I was talking about this a little bit in the Discord with Patreon members and stuff. The arc has been good so far. I know a lot of people have complained about like, hey, this is one of the better arcs in the entire story, but it is also like, people will be like, this is where I started One Piece, or this is where I started skipping episodes, and this is, you know, like, it's that bad. So far, it's been good because I feel like it's been action-packed with like Luffy's fights, the Doflamingo, the Fujitora, the Law interactions, and then we're getting lore dump as well. Doflamingo's ability, Doflamingo's backstory, the revelation about the toys and everything. So there's been a lot of information, a lot of action, that even though some of it is kind of dragged, it's felt like decent material. So we'll see if it starts getting to that dry point. Right here, I have 20. I don't think I'm supposed to skip another episode until like I get to 680. So we're going 658 to 680. So we're getting another, what, we got like another 2 months worth where I'm not supposed to skip any episodes. We'll see if I think either of them are skip worthy. Let's see what we get. Let us see what we get. This man here. They gave him the boa face. The romance anime face. Is he actually talking to Luffy this close right now, or is this happening in his head? Didn't happen. Okay. Follow him, please. Follow him. Quick, 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 quick. Thank you. Oh, and they cut. Oh, and then the dumping of the losers down to, I guess, be transported to toys, I guess is what's happening. Which is crazy as fuck, by the way. It's already crazy. I was curious of how they were choosing people for the toys. Is everybody that's been turned into a toy somebody that lost in the Coliseum? Is that just what they do with the losers? Which is crazy because some of these guys possess skills here. And you're telling me all of them at once can't gang up on whatever may or may not be happening down here? Because that old man possesses some serious skill and some serious hockey. You got a giant that's the size of like Oars Jr. and shit. What is the power level of the person that has this ability? Can they literally just see you? Do they have to make physical contact with you? Because there's a lot of people here. And to think you'd just be able to like grab them all at once and transform them is kind of crazy. So I was curious, like, how do they pick the people for the toys? Or do they get captured? Are they criminals? Are they XYZ people they just don't like? Pretty sure it's all losers of the Coliseum fights. Who is this? Garp in disguise? Who? Garen Jr.? Demacia? Who is this? Lore, lore, lore. Take the helmet off at this point. This wannabe sludge Former king. He was the king pre-Doflamingo uprising? Interesting. Lore. Yeah, he won't get attacked and shit. Yeah. People won't have an uprising and Doflamingo won't ask for his head. They're milking the fuck out of this reveal, though. Man's yoked as shit, by the way. They still didn't show his face. There we go. The former king of Dressrosa. Rebecca's grandfather. Okay. Lore. See, this is what I've been saying. They've been doing shit like this. So it's made the episodes pretty good, even if they're slow. Interesting. I like the character design. Hair's crazy, looking like Hiachi from Tekken. I mean, the man's wrongfully overthrown, correct? There's gonna be some crazy backstory here. There's gonna be a lot. There's a lot to go on here. So this king with the boxing gloves, is he in a separate island, or are we talking about a separate city on Dressrosa? Because we keep getting introduced to these people that are like leader of this navy, king of this region. Are they on the same island as us, just different areas? Or are they on separate islands altogether that they're kings of? Correct. Doflamingo's like double playing it. Correct. So Doflamingo supplying the weapons, profiting off the war. We entered the competition just to search for the weapons. Everyone's down here to overthrow this shit. Neighboring countries. Okay, they're not connected to this island. Alright, I was wondering what the hell are we doing with all these characters. This is a little bit more interesting now. Yeah, I'm assuming there's been a lot of dirt. Oh shit, he cursed. There's been a lot of dirt thrown on the king's name here to make Doflamingo and everybody look better. These are all former soldiers, probably. They had nowhere else to go. Doflamingo didn't want him in his ranks. So it's like, be killed or fight. Toy, spies. Maybe these are also former soldiers that are now in toys. Creepy as fuck. Hey. Yeah, look at them all kneeling and shit. Alright, so I thought maybe Rebecca was going to be the pinnacle piece that everybody rallies behind that helps to overthrow Doflamingo if and when it comes. But no, the toys are the soldiers, bro. But we still have the king in place. Okay. I thought it was Rebecca that was going to rise up, and we, you know, look to her to put in the seat. Who's this fishman in league with? Oh, God. But no, the former king is still here. Okay. So all we're missing is who her dad is. We've seen the mother, we've seen the grandfather. We're missing that piece. Oh, it's... What am I saying? It's Toy Soldier Boy. This is it. This is how they become toys. This is how they become toys. Well, some of y'all got to be able to fight that shit off, no? Can you get it off of you once you've been selected? What is this claw machine shit? Can't get it off. Don't touch it either. That's how they do it. I was curious, okay, now that they have them all down here, how do you fight all of them off? There's some seriously strong people down here. Strong is a relative term, but I'm assuming the Devil's Fruit user is not very strong. So, here we go. We're gonna see the process of it. Here we go. Now, does that sticky stuff have anything to do with the ability, or is that just what they use to grab them? Ah, okay. That was the guy sitting in the room. Jesus. Jesus. So is he able to put commands in them? Because Toy Soldier is, you know, he's completely, like, not entranced. And we've seen a couple other toys, like, kind of lose it a little bit mentally. Ah, okay, now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing it. And you hate to follow. So how do you break that? He said if they're strong, they're going to be good, but you'd think if they're stronger, they'd be able to break it. We're getting some crazy shit here. See what I'm saying? Even though we've been dragging our feet with some of the plot points, the plot points are good. So it's been fine. It's been more than fine. It's been good. Like, I have no connection to any of these characters on screen, but it's been a good... Here we go. Here we go. Big humans. Damn. In one of the neighboring countries. So the current old man. Oh, no. This is Doflamingo's backstabbing shit. Okay. So he's like, oh, if you guys, you know, help me out a little bit, I'll protect you and give you the resources that you're struggling to find. Wait, they've been... Oh, no, not Doflamingo. Doflamingo's family's been leading. Yeah, that's right. Right. Okay. Let's say 900 years. Okay. Lore. Entire lore episode. I feel like feeling we've been going by... Oh my god. Maybe got 5 minutes left. Yeah, one... Okay, so... Doflamingo's family went up. King Ryuka's like, well, someone's got to fill this void. He comes. Great times. Doflamingo comes back down. Fucks it up again. My thing is, I'm curious of, like, what stops other celestial dragons from just, like, being bored. I have 17 wives and endless money and endless jewels. Up here's so boring. I'm gonna go back and rule where we had, or just do... I don't know if it's, like, when you leave here. But we've seen people leave. We've seen celestial dragons come down. on the Archipelago arc in general. Like, those are still celestial dragons, but it's like, I wonder if there's a stipulation. If you leave for X amount of time or whatever and don't still go out in the regular celestial dragon stuff and everything, you kind of forfeit that. I don't know. Creepy ass toys. It's like if I'm aboard Celestial Dragon and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go. Nothing's ever gonna happen up here. There's no fights, there's no wars, there's no nothing here. I want to go have fun. I want to go down and rule the country, start some shit. No one can touch me because of my, yeah. Okay. Robin just has to hold him there. Yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't as violent, but the general population is going to have a lot to, like, sway, which they'll sway. Whenever we do end up overthrowing Doflamingo, the truth will come out. He'll probably admit it, to be honest. So I don't know what he, like, instigated. Yeah. I mean, they think he's a god, essentially. Not in power. Like, he's not resurrecting people or doing, like, angelic shit, but, like, he's a savior. He created the issue and then saved it. Classic recipe. What are you guys gonna do? Are we aware of his abilities and what he does? Do you guys have any intel or any information? How do you pronounce his family's name? Quixote? Like we're not pronouncing the X? Somebody write that in for me like I'm reading it off a dictionary on Google. It's a lot of pressure, man, that you put on yourself. Yeah, you better be sweating. Honestly, just hope that Luffy's there when the time comes. Maybe you can snipe Doflamingo from deep or something and call it was you. So maybe we can set up something kind of like we did in Alabasta where like the old king takes place and then Rebecca will kind of be next in line and... Oh! Here comes the toy soldiers reveal. Yeah. We got like a minute left. Let's see if we get the reveal. Even though the episode is titled The True Identity of Him, they're gonna save it for the last 10 seconds of the episode. One incident? That bad? Bro, give us the lore before the episode ends. Just tell me it's her father and get it over with. Give me the reveal. We're running out of time. Shit. This has the classic, like, reveal, to be continued cut screen. Why is he so passionate about that? Because... Okay. There's a question. Here comes the answer. Here comes the end of the episode. Quickly! Oh my god. We have less than a minute, including the after credits. That's where we're going to end the week off reactions with. Perhaps. She doesn't remember me after I turned into a toy. She was young, of course. They're milking the fuck out of this. Golly. Episode fully ends after credits and all in 30 seconds. Oh my god. No shit. Okay. End it. Correct. Alright, wow. They milked that to the... There's not even after credits on this. There's only 7 seconds left. Okay. We got the name drop. We knew it finally. That's not a bad episode. Again, none of that was connected to anybody in the crew, Law, you know, Kaido and what he may or may not do. We just got a lot of island lore, backstory. Former king, Rebecca's grandfather, which we knew she was the granddaughter of. We just didn't know that he was there and alive. Like his character design, everything looks dope there. Now, the grandfather, the king that's still alive, is that his father? Or is that Rebecca's mother's father? I think it would kind of spice things up a little bit more if it's his father. Yeah, so we got, you know, the lore on that. He's still alive. People still loyal. So you know shit. We already kind of knew that, like, there's no way. Everyone said it was fine. Doflamingo pops up now. Like, everyone's just got dirt on the name. Clearly he started a coup, did something to sway the favor. Now everyone thinks he's literally the savior. There's going to be an uprising. Now, I don't know if that's the status for all of the toys. But it's so wild because, to my knowledge, the kingdom was doing fine. Doflamingo shows up, and then overnight, this man is already a toy. So how was he already a toy when there was a little bit of period there of, like, Ryuk in charge for all this time, and then boom, Doflamingo incident, now Doflamingo's in charge. And I'm assuming people didn't start getting turned into toys until Doflamingo was in charge. So where's the lag time between Ryuk, Kingdom, Doflamingo, and how her father was captured and turned into a toy? I have absolutely no idea. So I don't know if all of the toys are X, because it seems the majority of the gladiators in there, unless you're coming from another country, former administration, their soldiers, which does make it interesting and kind of maybe helps us a little bit if they're all able to snap out of it, kind of like all the toys out there. If they all did have prior loyalty to the former king, if and when this uprising starts, if the toys can just like gain sentient thoughts and remember their loyalty and just start fucking shit up in the name of the king, in the name of Rebecca, in the name of whatever you want it to be. So I don't know if all toys were and are past soldiers or what, who knows. But then we get to see a little bit of the toy situation. And then there's another question on that is, okay, how do you break free to get like this mental here? Because there didn't seem to be a moment that we saw him kind of like have a moment, snap out of it, and then it's like he saw his wife dying and his daughter there, and like he just snapped out. He seemed to just show up on the spot and already be like locked in. Who knows? I don't know what it takes to break the mind free, because clearly he's not controlled or has any allegiance to anything that we know of. Who knows if you get back in the radius of the guy that turns you into the toys, or he's able to like put something on you, recommand, if you could just put back on autopilot? I have absolutely no idea. So can you get put back on autopilot? And then how do you get taken off? Just a bunch of lore. Got that reveal out of the way. Not bad. None of that episode included, like, any kind of, like, Zoro fighting, Luffy fighting, Doflamingo and Law, Fujitora, nothing like peeling out and looking at Kaido, looking, you know, Sakazuki getting information, was nothing at all. This is just purely contained to the lore of the island. Finally get that reveal, seeing the toys and the stipulations that goes with that, and then the former king. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Now again, we didn't get, what were the 3 things I wanted? Rebecca to be finished, Luffy to actually get in contact with Zoro, or the Doflamingo Law fight to continue. Didn't get any of that. But that wasn't bad. Not a bad spot to leave it off. So this is Wednesday. I'm finishing the reactions for this week. I'll be reacting again next Monday to spit out 3. And we'll go from there. I got 20-something episodes again until we're supposed to skip. So we'll see if we can get decent content for all those. Of the 3 we watched this week, that was definitely the best episode of the week in my opinion. But yeah, we'll leave it there until next week. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,